What's doing, everybody? Welcome to First Class Fatherhood. I'm Alec, and before I hit you with today's interview, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the link in the description so you can listen to all of the interviews I've done with so many tremendous dads, including Dana White, Deion Sanders, Tony Hawk, and so many others. Now let's get going with today's interview. All right, joining me now, First Class Father, Wim Hof. Welcome to First Class Fatherhood.
Thank you very much for having me, man. Yes.
All right, let's start right here. How many kids do you have and how old are they?
6. The oldest one is 37 and the youngest is 2.
Wow, yeah, what an age gap there. What type of sports or activities were they all into?
All kinds, like mountaineering, canyoning, cold water training, of course, running, anything actually, ball games, anything.
Yeah, very cool. If you could, Wim, please just take a minute here to hit my listeners with a little bit about your background and what you do.
Yes, so they call me the IceMan because of having done so many challenges into extreme cold environments, like beyond the polar circle, and ice and swim and run marathons in shorts in at deep freezing temperatures, and then climbing Mount Everest in shorts to the death zone, then going on the Kilimanjaro in record times up, and then even with groups of people. And then I've been doing a lot of challenging adventures with a lot of people, taking them in the mountains, but not the normal travel agency way. I really put them to the risk of where they learn to be completely aware, getting in the moment, and learn to handle a deeper physiology. That's why I use the nature to challenge the people to get into psychically and physically into deeper nature. And I've been doing that all my life because that makes life interesting.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible what you do. I'm fascinated by your philosophy just on life and on everything that you stand for. Now, you've had all these amazing experiences in your life. About how old were you when you first became a father, and how did the experience of becoming a father kind of change your perspective on life?
23 I was when I had my first son, and I'm 61. So the oldest one is 37. No, 37, yes. Then I got daughters of 35 and 34 and 32. And then one of 17 and then one of 2. Yeah, that's the way it goes. So the first one, it was an amazing experience. I was not aware that I had a son in the belly of the mother coming, because we were like separated for 5 months. And then I got a letter. It's like it was beyond any decision. That kid had to come. It was coming. But I was like over that relationship. And then I got this letter. And she was in Spain, living in Spain, the northern part of Spain, in the Basque country. And she called, no, it was no calling. It was a letter. Those days there were no phones that way. You got a letter, and that took like 2 weeks to get there. And then you get it, and you see the letter. And directly, when I got the letter, directly I was a father. Directly I was proud. Directly I was completely turned on. And the other day, I went with the train to Paris, from Paris to Bordeaux, from Bordeaux to the border of Spain, and then to Pamplona, where she lived. And there I arrived. I was proud. I was just bloody proud the whole time, like in flames, and was there. Amazing. Yeah, what happened? I don't know. You never know until you get. It's a feeling. It's an experience. And I never forget the way that father looked to me with these deep blue, steel blue eyes. He pierced right through me, showing, hey, do you know where you are, what you got to do, what you did, and who you are now? I mean, he stared to me like at least 10 seconds to get me psychically, completely. What is this? I never saw a person looking that way to me. I'm innocent. I'm just proud. I was just proud. So those piercing eyes never could detect something bad because I was there to be father. And father, since then, I was just proud. When I had the first one, 2 years later, I had a second one. And she so gorgeous. And I was not thinking. I just saw these beautiful beings and they were coming in my life and I got all the energy to take care of them and to be with them and to do whatever it takes. I got it all. I love it and I see it as a blessing. And that's the way. And so I did my training at those times as well. And never, ever did they intervene with my training or my discipline. They are just a blessing. They enriched my life. That's what it is.
Yeah, very well said, Wim. And now you have a big gap there from your first one, 37, and now you have a 2-year-old. What are the biggest changes for you now as a dad going back to the beginning here? What's different about you as a father now as opposed to in the beginning?
I'm experiencing everything now, like every day, so much more. It is different because I have more life experience, and that makes me full of gratitude all the time. And I'm right now I'm sort of known in the world into spirituality, like a spiritual leader. I got the signs completely converted that we are able to do more. So all those disciplines and all my life, I had children since 23 to 61, and they only enriched my life. And now I'm able to enjoy this with so much more gratitude. And I see him, and he is just ridiculously cute. I'm proud like hell, I want to say, but actually I'm proud like I'm in heaven.
Yeah, that's awesome, Wim. And now, what exactly, like maybe a simple capsule form, is the Wim Hof Method, and what is a safe age for kids to start trying the method out?
Oh yeah. For example, today I was into tree climbing. And my kid, he is just looking, and he wants to get in. And these are big trees. It's dangerous. I cannot just take him in and all. But he gets that impression, and they just want to get in like little animals, but not able. And so that happens as well when I go into the ice bath. They play around. When I do my breathing exercises, deep breathing exercises, they begin to mimic. When I do my push-ups, they do it themselves. They mimic. They all mimic. If you show pleasure in what you do, if you are enthusiastic, then they mimic like little zebras do. When the mother begins to run, they begin to run. It's what it is. So, what age? Let them mimic you. Let them be part of what you do naturally. Then you will see when they are 3 years old, they will be able to understand everything you do. And they will have a psychic understanding of the danger of what is happening. They will never force their little bodies. They will go with feeling. They will try, but they will not go let me jump into the ice water. No, they are very diligent. So they take an ice cube. They begin to play like the little bows, these ice cubes, and before you know, they go in themselves, and they do that according to the natural laws of physics. Nature knows.
Yeah, good stuff, Wim. And you talked there a lot about your own discipline that it takes to do all these different things. What about as far as a discipline as a father? What type of disciplinarian are you as a dad? And is it different than the discipline style that you grew up with?
Me, that being, I just love my kids. I make sure I love my kids. That is the best discipline I can have. And I can not tolerate them going within the created circle of safety beyond their limits. And I cannot tolerate them going into dangerous situations. I will be very direct, like animal. I bite them back, saying, this is dangerous. If you do that, you jeopardize the flock, the family. You jeopardize yourself. You jeopardize according to natural laws. And the kids know. They know. They always want to venture. They want to test out who you are, what you are. How far can I go? I just don't want them to have jeopardizing situations to go into. Because then I will intervene and I will be direct. But for the rest, I want kids to grow freely into their brain and the way they are.
Yeah, awesome, Wim. And I know right now, especially here in the United States, everywhere else in the world, we have the coronavirus that's completely swept over the world here. What has the effect been like in the Netherlands or where you are right now? And what has the response been from you and your family?
I think the effect is about the same with you guys over there, because we got more or less the same lifestyles. We are our traditions, our race, our mixture is about the same as America. So we as the U.S. Say, and so we got a population of 17,000. We got 3,000 people killed, mostly weaker people who have underlying conditions. And in America, it's 20,000 now, something like that, casualties. But you got a population which is like 15 times, 16, 17 times bigger than ours. So in the end, you should have 51 million or 51,000 casualties compared to the Netherlands. So we're comparing to the numbers, we have more casualties. And what I say about coronavirus and or virus in general, we have been doing these studies in the university. And these viruses, they cause inflammation. And what it is in society, Alec, is it? Yeah.
Yep.
You, Alec, huh?
Yep.
Okay, Alec. What it is in our modern society, we have disconnected so much from nature outside, because we got air conditioning, we got heatings, we got cars, we don't exercise inside. We have no cold stimulus. We have no hot heat stimulus. We always are protected. So our bodies got weaker. And that's all nice, but it's not nice when the bodies need the protection of the defense system taught us by natural stimulation through life. And that is the immune system, which needs to be exercised through cold and or heat to extremities. Then the physiology, which is the immune system, becomes stronger, more alert. Then a virus cannot cause a immune system which is alert, notices the virus or the bacteria coming in, and at the beginning it chops up its effectivity. Now it's going in because there is a weaker immune system, and we have no control over that. And then the whole thing is in flames, and we cannot do anything anymore. Of course not. But that is the solution for the future. Is we better work on our immune systems, and we have shown that in science. And as a father, I teach my children to become happy, strong, and healthy. I always say the mother in Baghdad wants the same as the mother in New York. Just happiness, strength, and health for their children. That is fatherhood. That is motherhood. That is family. And with their family members, they should know that they are able to guarantee a much better defense system inside and a much better power of regulating our mood. Mood, not being depressed, no, be happy. How we got this all studied and researched in the universities. And this is what I want to bring out, the guarantee. I'm a father of my family, but so are you. And so are you, and you, and you, and you. Are we all able to make our defense system natural defenses? We are all born with a natural defense system which could be much better than the way it is now through our cars, heaters, and air conditionings. We have to go back to nature sometimes. Like the dog, we need to go out because we have a mammalian physiology. And part of the mammalian physiology is a immune system. And that immune system we have shown after 4 days of training out in nature, we showed a group of people to be able to receive an injection with a bacteria, and normally all the people get sick of that bacteria. My people in 4 days, they did not get sick. 100% score. That's what I want for my children. That's what I want them to take on into the future. And the ability to regulate their mood, to learn how to deal with anger, with depression, with anything that is a mental disorder. When you learn to go into the cold, you learn to discipline. You learn to pacify yourself. You learn to deal with the stress, the aggressive stress of the cold. You learn to deal with that. And with that, you learn to connect with the stress mechanisms in the body. And that is good for staying cool or in peace or in check when a difficult, stressful situation is going on, but also to have an immune system which is far more able to cope with a stressful situation caused by a bacteria or a virus, which is bacterial or viral stress. In the end, it is all cell biological stress. Are we able to deal better with that cell biological stress? Yes. And I'm a father, and I show my children to be happy, strong, and healthy. And that I wish to all of you guys, because this is the love. And we are able, because we love our children beyond sentiment. We really want to guarantee happiness, strength, and health to our children. And that's what we do.
Yeah, that's awesome, Wim. I couldn't agree with you more there. Beautifully said. And I think you're 100% right how, just as dads, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what part of the world you come from, when we see our kids succeed, we can see another father be happy for that child, and we can feel the emotion. When we see another father and their child is hurt, we can feel that emotion as well because we're connected in that way. And
Yes.
unfortunately, here in the United States, we got such a fatherless crisis. We have so many kids are growing up without a father in their life, and it's having devastating results on our society all around the country and around the world as well. So, and one thing that you're talking about is that's been weakening us is the technology, which does have some benefits to it. But I mean, I think as a whole, it's really crippled a lot of our communication skills and a lot of our getting out into nature and stuff like that. How do you use technology? Is it big in your family? Do your kids use technology and all that stuff, or do you avoid it for the most part?
No, I use it anytime. I use it like anybody, but I also go out. When I go into the cold, there is no technology. That is the technology of my physiology and of my mind going on. I exercise that so well that I make sure that I am in control of it all. When I feel at ease with everything we have, then naturally you make the right use of the technology. Because when you feel good, then you are in control. And that the all the equipment and radiology and electromagnetic radiation and the cars and the heaters and all that creates a stress within our body, which needs an outlet. And I tell you, cold showers is a great cleanser of all that shit. It goes out. And then you feel you are able to make use of all these things as long as you need it. Don't go ridiculous like 5 hours on your telephone or so per day. I use my telephone because it's also my work. I need to be able to be to receive and to send phone calls. But for the rest, no, I don't make too much use. No need.
Yeah, and if there are parents out there that are listening, women, they'd be interested in what you do and practicing the Wim Hof method, what's the best place for them to go to get started? So a website, to YouTube, where's the best place you could direct them to go to check out what you do?
Yes, we are on our website, the Wim Hof Method.com. There is a free app, and that free app is well developed. And with that, you learn to understand. And understanding is feeling. Feeling is understanding. What I say, one more thing. Just take on the free app and you got it all. If you want more, hey, you can go for more. But I say, Matt, you don't need that. Just take on the free app. Boom. Whenever you feel you are in check of your own feelings, how much car driving do you need? How much more cars do you need when you are happy, strong, and healthy? Learn to become in check with your own unconditional. No compensatory tools needed. No technology, heaters, this and that, and to compensate a loss of feeling. That loss of feeling, go for that. Because that's who you are. Who you are is happy, strong, healthy, in check, controlled. It is there. And that makes us great fathers, great beings, able to show our children naturally. And that's my message. Go to the website. It's all been endorsed by science in various ways. It works. It works. This shit works. And it is good for you. It is about love for the father to be able to guarantee all the energy, all the happiness, all the health to his and her children. So that's my wish and my message.
Yeah, I'm going to drop a link in the description of this podcast episode to your website. So my listeners, you just tap the link, get over there and check out more about it. What's next for you here, Wim? I mean, you've had so many accomplishments here. I mean, climbing Mount Everest in your short pants. I mean, unbelievable what you've done. What kind of goals or plans? What's the next feat you plan on attempting?
There are many. But the best is coming September. I will climb the Mount Kilimanjaro in shorts, with 32 people in shorts in one day. In one day. And the oldest woman is 56 years. So she is training herself. She is motivated, very motivated. They use the power of their mind. I know it. They are no sheep following this and that. No, they want to do something out of the box. And they have a hold. They get a hold of their bodies to the level of the cell. And that's what we are going to show, that we are able to regulate the white and the red cells in the body. And that is very much related to the immune system. If you know how to up-regulate your white cells, then the immune system suddenly is a lot stronger. And I want to show the whole world that anybody with the right motivation, some training, of course, will be able to do something that scientifically was thought of impossible by humans to do. And we are going to show not only that we are able to battle a mountain, we will show that the immune system is the new challenge for humanity, and we will show how to up-regulate that in one day.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. I look forward to seeing that myself, Wim. And last thing I want to hit you with here, I love to ask all the dads that I get on the podcast, what type of advice do you have for the new dad or for that about-to-be father who's out there listening?
Be led by love. And if some shit and stress is going to come in, and you cannot love because of that, then get back to the love. And if that doesn't help, that advice, get into the wake up, get into the cold shower, wake up in love to your son, to your daughter, be the great dad you are.
Yeah, very well said. I love the message. This has been an honor for me. I got to say, Wim Hof, you're a first-class father all the way, and thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time here on First Class Fatherhood.
Thank you. All the love and power to all the fathers.